Story time. So some time ago, back when I just started to tell my stories, I had just written a book. It was called Confidence, or it is called Confidence Sensuality. But my motivation behind doing my storytelling was to convince an audience that I am in fact a good storyteller and that is perhaps why they should go purchase my book. But in the very, very beginning, I felt like my approach was sort of timid, like I was more prone to leaving out certain details because I was new to the storytelling world. I was new to putting myself out there on social media. Well, I'm saying all of that to say that there was one story that I told that I left out a fat amount of detail, and it was because I was kind of nervous, like I was nervous to just come right out and say what actually happened. But something recently happened that makes me want to revisit this story and tell it in its entirety. Enough time has gone by. The time has come. The time is now to hear the whole story. Okay? That being said, sometime ago, I had mentioned being somewhere and being in the bathroom and someone walking in on me in the bathroom and then sort of just continuing to talk to me as if I weren't on the toilet in the bathroom. And some of the comments I felt like were super nice, super supportive. It was very sweet. A lot of them were like, oh, she must feel really comfortable with you, or you're one of those people that people just feel comfortable with. I love it. I love all of the supportive comments and that people weren't really trying to drag homegirl, like, why would she be in there? Don't get me wrong. Some comments were like, get out the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Well, so let me tell y'all the whole story. And please understand, I do maintain some semblance, or maybe even a larger semblance of embellishment where certain stories are concerned for the purpose of protecting the actual people involved, and preserving that privacy. But that is the art of storytelling, knowing which parts to switch up, to change, to switch out, to do or undo, but also maintain the surprise factor, maintain the suspense of what actually took place, I hope all of that made sense. Anyways, back to the story. I was at this job, and it was a job that I started working at more frequently. It was a per diem. So it wasn't like a full-time or a part-time. It was a per diem, and my contract had recently ended, so I started picking up there more frequently so that I can continue bringing in money while I wait for another contract to come through. Nursing contract. And there was this woman that I used to work with. Hilarious. I thought that she had a dope vibe. So of course, whenever she'd invite me out to hang out with her and her friends, I wouldn't always say yes, but sometimes I would. And I felt like she was a solid friend, like always looking out for me. I didn't necessarily feel that way initially, and it was because even though we worked together, working together doesn't make you friends. Like you have to be with one another in different circumstances and scenarios to know if this is actually someone you want to be around and consider a friend. You know what I'm saying? Friend is a serious word to me. So anyways, the more I accepted her invitations to hang out with her and a few other friends and a few other coworkers, the more I'm like, okay, you know what? Homegirl is cool. Like I actually do enjoy her company. I enjoy her friends' company. She keeps good company. That all being said, I do feel like the more we hung out, I don't want to say the stranger she started acting, but she started acting more strange, I was like, what is going on? Okay, so I'll give y'all an example. I remembered reaching out to her and telling her that one of my other friends from back home, from back east, was telling me that they think that I should consider online dating. And I was like, I don't know, I'm nervous. I grew up watching Dateline NBC. My mom watched all of those criminal investigative discovery shows. I'm too nervous about being in somebody's trunk in their duffel bag in pieces, not gonna lie. So I was nervous about it, and I was telling her about it. And she was like, yeah, girl, just let everything happen authentically. And I fully agreed with that. And then one of my coworkers at one of my other per diems. If y'all don't know anything about me by now, y'all should know that I have had so many per diems at one time. Because you have to. You have to as a contract nurse. Because when a contract ends, you need to be able to reach out to multiple different facilities and being like, can I pick up shifts? So when one says no, you hit up the other one. So I ended up telling her, I was like, it's crazy that you told me to just let things happen authentically, because one of, my other coworkers at one of my other per diem jobs, he asked me out and I think I'm going to go out. And she was like, yeah, I mean, if you're ready to just jump right back into it. I was like, jump right back into it? When did that statement I feel like would have made sense for like, if I had just confided in you about a relationship that I just got out of, or a situationship, or feelings that I had for someone that I never acted upon. You know what I'm saying? But we'd never, even with me getting more comfortable with her and us hanging out more often, we never openly discussed my dating life. But I didn't take it too seriously. I didn't look too deep into it. I was like, yeah, girl. So, of course, I go on a date with this guy. He turned out to be a dick and a half. And she asked me about it and I told her about it. And she was like, okay, well, hopefully that's enough for you to like slow down. Slow down. Bro, this is like the only date I've ever told you about. I don't know what you're talking about. Where is this coming from? And I was like, you are being hella judgy. And then I started judging myself because I'm like, maybe I'm a poor judge of character. Like maybe I'm thinking I'm too quick to call people my friends. So some time had gone by. I'm still working because during this time contracts were looking like trash. Like they weren't offering good money. And I'm like, if I'm going to commit to make the same amount that I'm making here at the per diem, I'm not going to commit. I'm just going to stay here at the per diem until contracts start to offer more money. So I was at this facility for a while waiting for a good contract to come. So I'm interacting with homegirl for a while. Like I'm seeing her consistently. Enough time had gone by where I had expressed to her that one of my friends wanted to hook me up with one of her friends. And I was a little skeptical to tell her about it, but it just kind of slipped out with me just having natural conversation. And homegirl rolled her eyes and walked away from the nurse's station where I was just sort of loosely talking about it. And there was a part of me that felt like, should I even address this? Because it's not like she's entitled to any of the information that I'm sharing. But also, what are you doing? What is this? I don't pay it any attention. I make my way over to the bathroom because I had to pee. I walk into the bathroom and I'm turning around to lock the door and she walks in while I'm in the bathroom. And I was like, oh, kiki, girl, I'm just about to use the bathroom, but it'll be quick. I just have to pee. And she was like, well, I just wanted to talk to you real quick. There was something that I wanted to bring to your attention. I was like, in the bathroom? Like, I'm literally getting ready to use the toilet. Like, I'm actively undoing my pants. You know what I'm saying? Like, you walked in while I was about to lock the door and untie the drawstring in my pants to sit on the toilet. This can't wait. Disregarded all of that and went right into, I just feel like we've been hanging out long enough for you to know that I've had feelings for you, and for you to continue telling me about all these dates that you're going on is really inconsiderate. What? Bitch, you about to make me piss myself. What is this? So I was like, if you could just step out, walk out of the bathroom, let me use it, and we will discuss this at another time, another date when we're not at work. I'm not doing this with you right now, baby girl. And she's like, whatever, I knew this was going to happen. I knew that you were going to avoid this conversation. You knew how I felt. And I opened the door and I was like, you need to get out. So the way I initially told the story was I went in the bathroom. I guess I forgot to lock the door, and homegirl came into the bathroom and shut the door as I'm on the toilet and she's just continuing to talk to me. That was my watered down, embellished version. Okay? I do believe that I have gotten a lot better at embellishing certain stories to, again, maintain the surprise factor, maintain the component of the story that is the actual punchline, or whatever you want to call it, but also preserving the parts that people don't need to know, All that being said, the day progressed. She avoided eye contact with me. She avoided me. And I'm thinking, this whole time, I feel so naive because I'm thinking that I'm just starting, like naturally, authentically starting another friendship with another person. Whole time, I guess I've been inconsiderate and aloof, and the whole thing was just going over my head, and she was actually courting me. What? I don't know about y'all, but when I meet someone, I will introduce myself with just my name, not my sexual orientation. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that would be weird for me to be like, my name's Ashley, I am heterosexual. Why am I saying that? You know what I'm saying? You just naturally end up finding these things out about someone as you get to know them. And at no point did it come up that homegirl was attracted to other girls. So I refused to take that blame. Refused. But I also felt like it was adult and mature for me to reach out to her later after work hours and be like, listen, I don't know what happened here. I don't know how we even got here. Definitely wasn't my intention to make you feel like I was disregarding your emotions, but you have to understand that during this friendship, I feel like I had made it clear on numerous occasions that I am heterosexual. So you should have been better at making it clear that, one, you were attracted to me, that you were courting me, and that you were attracted to women. You can't just dump all of this blame on me because now your feelings are hurt and I'm just going about my natural everyday life. Let me know what y'all think. Personal experience I just shared with y'all because of a more recent thing that just took place that I'll talk to y'all about much later. But I'm not going to forget. I also don't want to forget that these photos that you see behind me here, that and that, it's a little blurry because obviously the camera is focusing on me right now. But that's a scene from my comic book. This little corner right here is another scene from my comic book. I've just been sort of revamping my office space, my little studio space, whatever you want to call it, to make it more like cartoon-esque, anime-esque, colorful, and I don't know, like comic books are. So the pre-order season has come and gone, but there is a limited edition version available that you guys will be able to order until Sunday night. And then everything will be closed for about 1 to 2 weeks, except for the merch. The merch is readily available for y'all to go ahead and purchase. And then just hang tight for the official release of the comic book. So no more pre-orders, no more limited editions for some time. It'll just be straight orders that you'll be able to order and just give 5 to 7 natural business days to get your copy. I'm super excited about it. And I am actively working on turning it into an anime. So if you guys are feeling generous and you want to donate to that fund, I don't have a Kickstarter campaign. I don't have a GoFundMe or anything set up. I literally just have the link to my Cash App. So if anyone wants to donate, everything that goes to that Cash App for the anime fund will go to our business account, and we will actively continue working towards that project. I'm super excited. Make sure you guys follow Blake Quake Beats. He is a lot more active on his channel now, and I'm super excited about it. We will begin to be playing video games. Oh God, I'm so nervous about that. Woo! So we'll see. We'll see how things go, but keep supporting your girl. This holiday season has been busy, but I promise, I say this every time, I'm going to keep on trying to be more consistent with my content. Thanks, guys. Have a lovely, lovely day. Or night, or evening, or whatever.